42 fittings, 24 90s. Jesus. Hey everybody, Lee from PcjunkieMods here. So just kind of wanted to come back to the water cooling state here, what we talked about a week ago. I have everything laid out here, all the, Jesus, yeah, a lot of, yeah, too much fittings. Anyways, so I want to tell you a little bit more about the setup, because by now it's already been demoed at E3, and this is a VR demo for Intel. It'll be a three-person, two people going head-to-head in the game Unspoken, and then a third-person view. Hence the reason there's going to be that oddball AMD card. So the way they're going to do it is multiple instances of VMware. So one for the third-person viewer, and one for Gamer 1, and another one for Gamer 2. Anyway, so each card will be dedicated to a VR headset. So anyway, so in this video, we're going to actually do a little polystyrene. So we'll be decorating the whole outside of the case to look like the spell cabinet from the game. So what I'll probably end up doing is grabbing the window, because we are going to keep the original window. At one point we were going to do like a cabinet here, but it's going to get very complicated to do that, and I'm more concerned about the stability of those doors not being like a hard metal or glass or something like that. They're going to be very brittle, and being open and closing at a show didn't sound very appealing to me. So instead, we're going to go with the main glass piece, and then I'll decorate the outside of the glass, leave a little bit of a window still, so that way you can still see inside. So that way Intel at the show, they'll either have the door open or closed. It doesn't really matter. You can tell me. Leave a comment. Anyway, so let's jump right into some polystyrene and get to modding. The idea here is to make the door have this spell cabinet look. So I went ahead and did, as you can see, this piece here is going to trim out the glass at the bottom here. And this is just an underlaying piece, so that way my painter can actually have something to paint on, because the paint that he's using is water-based. It doesn't really work well with glass because it scrapes off very easily. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to end up trimming out this whole entire door. I think for here I'm going to do like the octagonal shapes, as you can see in the picture here. So I'm going to kind of cut it like this for the next piece all the way up, and I'll put that across the top, across both sides. And then what I'll do is I'll come in and I'll trim out the door, because it has a trim piece and it has the pieces that go all the way across, and I'll put the little emblems in there as well. So stay tuned for the next episode, maybe next week.
Hey guys, this is Matt, and I've been helping Lee out here, and we finished up all this polystyrene. We sent it off to go get painted. It's back from the paint shop, and we're getting ready to fill up the loops. So let's check it out.
Wow, so that's a lot of color in there. A lot of people told me it was going to probably look like crazy. I mean, it does look crazy, but I think it looks pretty cool. Being that I kept the red away from the blue as much as I could. The green is kind of like a medium where it doesn't look bad next to the red and doesn't look bad next to the blue. And with the brown, they all go with the brown. Shoot, this rig came out a lot better than I thought it would. I'm really impressed with the loop, the way it looks, the lighting. Nano from Air Raid Airbrush did excellent job. This is actually his first wood grain paint job here, and I think it came out pretty good. A little bit of the things that you'll notice, like here we left some of the gray because the chassis has a lot of gray. It was originally gray, but there's some pieces that we didn't want to dismantle to paint them, and we thought the gray would give it more earth tone, you know, so because the brown and the gray obviously go together. And since Fantex was kind enough to provide the chassis, I wanted to keep Fantex's name out here, so it kind of went with it. Plus you have this, I thought about covering this up, but there is a vent here which helps with the airflow for the fans and the radiator in the bottom. Not that there's not enough airflow here. It's practically open in the back and in the front. Overall, I'm pretty stoked. Anyway, so I was kind of surprised it didn't take more liquid. I thought it was going to take more liquid. I had a bunch of bottles out here on the table, and it literally only took one bottle per loop. So that was pretty cool. I'll open this up so I can show you guys down into the mess. I don't know how much you can see down there. But it's like nuts down there. I wouldn't want to have to take this apart, which I'm sure will eventually come back to me for an upgrade or something like that. You never know. So yeah, that wraps up the Unspoken build for E3 and Intel. Thanks again, Intel, for hiring me to put together this epic rig.
Okay, bye.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Part 2.
Part 2. So by the time you guys see this rig, it will have already debuted at E3. So once again, thanks for watching this video. Until next time.